Hey everybody, this is Louise. Just getting back to my channel. Oh, I was just trying to see what that is. I just wanted to talk about today is that the new moon is coming up, and I want to talk about how the last full moon that we just had, because I do a lot of stuff between full moons and new moons. The last full moon that we had was about releasing facing our fears and what those fears are. And if you're a type of person that you want to be open with really getting down to the real stuff inside you, that is a big order to ask from the universe, and I did. And, it was a heck of a roller coaster. But when I get down to all my fears and I can face them, then when the new moon comes, I could start cutting those out, because fears, we are born into this world as babies without fear, and we're fearless. And if you start having a belief in something higher than yourself, you can get to a point where you feel fearless too, or you don't fear like the things in the world are going to hold you back. One of my biggest fears, even though I'm about self-love and trying to learn how to do that, is, am I worthy enough for love? Now, I can give love immensely to people, but I have a hard time thinking I'm worth enough love from other people. And so I put myself in weird situations where, it's like being down here in subpar with relationships or things like that with people. When really, if I have a good self-esteem, and if I have a good way of thinking of myself and the love that I want to have for myself, it will reflect out with other people. And the thing is like I've talked about before, is if you want to check to see where you're at in life, check out all the people that you have yourself around, and on this journey of mine, I have choices to make and opportunities that rise up that are, are you going to keep repeating these same cycles, or are you going to change things around? And this is an opportunity for you to recognize it before it gets too far, so that you can go ahead and change it, because we always have choices, and we don't have to choose to stay in the same shit that we were in yesterday. We just don't. Doesn't mean that you have to do anything hurtful or be hurtful about it. No, you're just making a choice that's going to better yourself. And if it's in line with living your life a better way, and it's not a bad motive, it's going to work out. So with the new moon, what I wrote down is we need to face our fears, and it is time to release the fears. And in doing that, we're cutting off the old and the dead that does not serve us anymore, to prepare stuff for the new. And that means that when we do that, we can evolve to the next level in our life. And things start to change, and they change for better. We can have things change for the worse, or we can have things change for the better. I want things to change for the better, and that's why I'm doing this video, and that's why I'm also sharing these things with you, so that we can all do this together. If you want to look at it as what is some of your deepest things that you tell yourself that don't align with your real truth. Sorry, my focus is going out. There. Okay. And to me, all those false truths that I like to pretend that are true, like, I'm not capable of love, I'm not worthy of love, this is all that I deserve, I'm settling, I don't have a choice in this, well, at least, I'm still getting these kind of needs met, even though this isn't happening for me over here. Those are false truths that I'm telling myself, because I'm worth so much in life. I'm worth so much, you're worth so much, that's why we're here together doing this. And I don't have to be attached to that shit no more, and I can release it in writing about it and then giving it up and saying, you know what, that's not my stuff anymore and I don't have to own it. And, you know, one of the examples that I have that I'm recently going through is that I have I have a person that I've been with, but, you know, when I start looking at everything from my past and the relationships I've had, yes, the people change. Yes, I start doing some self-work and then things get a little bit better, so it presents in somebody new. But the underlining tone that I end up having every time is the fact of I start doing too much and I chase my tail around. Like, I do too much. If I keep doing this, or I add to this, or if I make sure everything's perfect, that person's going to give me what I want. And the thing is and then they just sit back and they relax about it, you know. And it's not a bad thing, but it is a recurring cycle I have that I overdo myself. I take it personal, and I get hurt, and I get resentful, and I hold it in, and then I tell myself this is all I'm worth. And that's not the truth. The truth is that I'm worth so much more in life. And the thing is that that person is worth so much more in life. But because they have their own issues going on, it triggers us. It triggers, you know. It triggers up the things that I need to work on, which is fine. And it triggers up the emotions if they want to work on them. I'm a person who wants to work on everything so they can be able to talk to other people so that they can get through it too. And that's all it is, you know. And I'm at a point of releasing that kind of shit in my life, you know. And to have better love, because the more love I have for myself, the more love I have for myself, then the more that I don't have to worry about those things. And so, you know, for me, it's all a journey about self-discovery, and there's more to be revealed. When you think you know everything, bam, life brings something else up, and it's like, man, I know really nothing about anything. And but I can just, you know, talk about the things that I've experienced, and that's a good thing, you know. So I've been in these, you know, kind of relationships where it's like the runner chaser. I do too much, or, you know, then I beat myself up for it, and then, you know, I try to do even harder, and I take it personal because things are falling apart, whatever. But today, I have to break those cycles so that I can be a better person to myself. And that's all I want to do. And I hope that helps somebody out there. And that, you know, with getting down to that stuff, that you realize that you're worth so much more than what you give yourself credit for. It took a lot for me to want to come on this channel because, you know, sometimes I worry about, is this going to work? Am I doing this the right way? You know, these are all other fears that I have. Am I confident enough in myself to do this? Do I even know what I'm talking about? Will people like and subscribe? And will people want to listen to me? All these kind of things. And really, I've gotten to a point, you know, because I've been really divinely shown several times on numerous occasions that this is a gift that I have to spiritually help people, and all I want to do is help people connect the dots to being better and to get out of this and be able to have things in their life. Now, by all means, right now in my life, I'm still like the student learning how to become the teacher, and I'm good with it. I'm good with it, and I want to talk about it with people. I'm excited. At first, I used to be scared shitless, and I didn't have any confidence in myself to do it. But, you know, the only person that needs to have that confidence in me is me first. And that I'm grateful for anyone who this reaches. So let's do our usual. We'll go ahead and grab a rune out. Now I noticed that I've seen on other people's channels, like there's a couple people that have done them. I want you to know that I try to pronounce the name of the rune the correct way. I've never had anyone that I specifically know out there that knows exactly what the names are and how the enunciation should be. So I just kind of flying by the seat of my pants in a way, but I'm trying to sound it out the way that I seen in the book how it says to. So if I am mispronouncing it in the wrong way, please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Totally, I always take feedback. I love it. So it's called Ophelia. And so it looks like, I always love this one because it looks like an upside down fish. And I'm an Aries Pisces, so I always love this one. But this one comes up a lot for me, especially in the upside down mode. But it's okay. You know, like I said, I read these whether they're right side up or upside down, because there's a valuable message for somebody through it, and it's our higher beings coming through. And I can tell you the one thing that I always think about is, like, you can't grow. How are you gonna know what a bad day is if every day in your life is fucking happy and roses and sunshine and sparkles coming out of, you know, unicorns' asses? I mean, really, all in all, we have to have hard times in order to know that if I'm stuck in this shit long enough, I'm gonna fucking change. Or how far does it have to go? You know? So I take the good along with the bad in these. So this is one of my favorite ones, and it talks about that this is not a time to be bound by old conditioning, old authority. Consider not only what will benefit you, but will benefit others, and act according to the light that you possess now in your life. Because you may be called upon to undertake a radical departure from old ways, total honesty is required. Otherwise, through negligence or refusal to see clearly, you may cause pain to others and damage to yourself. Adaptability and skillful means are the methods to cultivate at this time. And still, you must wait for the universe to act. Receiving this rune, remember, we do without doing, and everything gets done. And to me, this is what I'm doing right now. Is I'm doing everything completely different than what I have in the past. I'm using tools that I've had in my life that I put in a bag in the garage way in the corner and forgot about it, and they got all dusty, and I'm having to pull them all out and go through them one piece at a time, but also realizing this tool was used for something way different than what I've been using it for. And you know, when you're releasing all that stuff in your life, which is asking you to do, that's where this comes in. So I'll leave that right there. We'll ask the cards to be blessed, and then I will give a reading to the collective. I like to try to keep these short and simple and sweet. I do have a Facebook page that it is Sunchild Louise, and if you want a personal reading, I believe I have all the information up on there, that you can contact me, or you can contact me through leaving a message on here, and we will hook up and I will be able to do that. I do have a Venmo and a PayPal account that's hooked up to that Facebook thing if you want a personal reading. But these readings are just for, you know, to give you a sample of what I can do, and just for everybody together and what we're talking about today. Hopefully they have been pretty spot on. So I'm just going to do my prayer on these so that everybody knows. And I like to use the serenity prayer. And it's: God, grant me your serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I ask all positive spirits to come through so we can help deliver a message to everybody. And let's get started. And I do bless my cards, and I do clear them out, and I do cleanse them. I use the Gilded Tarot, like I said before, which, there. And, you know, and really, this channel will always be about, you know, just real stuff. I'm I'm a spiritual being. I'm a spiritual being having human experiences. It's it, you know, and that's the good part. I'm a human. All right, let's go ahead and cut our cards. Hopefully someday I can be able to go live and be as good as everybody else that has inspired me throughout watching YouTube videos of other people that do similar things. I want to be able to do this, you know, and it's a journey, and I'm so glad to know that I can help people, and helping you has been helping me. Thank you. So I already did that. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Holy moly. All right, so our first card that we have is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about making a choice between the two roads that you want to go on. You know, do you want to go down the same old road that you had before, or do you want to go on a new path and learn something different? But you're going to have to make an active choice. And when I have the Two of Swords with it, that means you really are going to have to make a choice soon. And that's the thing. Like, this is about, you can't keep a blindfold on for the rest of your life and be in your mind in indecision when you have a choice that you physically need to do so that you can go down a road. Whatever road that you take, you know, I got the Seven of Pentacles that came up again. And the Seven of Pentacles, to me, you know, she's got her basket. She's looking at the fruit. The fruit looks like it's about ready to go. There's a squirrel up there. He's about ready to pluck one out. I got some sheep in the back. The sheep are, you know, to me, it's like the money is going to come in for whoever this is for, because I always think of Pentacles as, you know, financial parts, or that it's about your, you know, your environment around you. But it's also about putting in the work for it. And, you know, when I see that you have two roads to take and you have a decision to go down which path and which road, you know, there's a big buck hanging out by one of them. So somebody has a choice here that they need to make between either two people, two things, maybe two different jobs. You know, but that's a huge ass buck over there. That's all I gotta say. And so that means that you're gonna have to take the blindfold off of you and really get down to the truth of the matter. And maybe, you know, my suggestion is maybe do a pros and cons list of both choices, you know, and that you don't have to be stuck in your head with an indecision, because you already know the answer if you ask around you for this. If you're someone that has I'm thinking this is you have two choices between two different people. I don't know. I'm not quite for sure, you know, why, but I'm thinking two different people. And then when this card comes up and you're indecisive about it, you know, and the reason why I say that two different people, because there's two different bucks here, but one's way out in the front and the other one's kind of tucked away, hiding a little bit. And you know, and it's like coming to the impasse, you know. This is, like I said, this moon is about choices and fears, you know, and releasing stuff. Maybe this is about, you know, your past and what you're really worth and what you think of yourself and who you are, and, you know, what other people think of you. It doesn't really matter anymore about what other people think of you when they're not living your life. You are living your life, and that you want to live your life in a way that is going to be helpful. You know, the Seven of Pentacles is about, you know, whatever choice you make, you're gonna reap whatever you sow. You know, it's coming into fruition. You know, if you take the blindfold off and realize that you have everything that you need and that you got it pretty good where you're at and the grass isn't always greener on the other side, things are going to get better. You got to get out of your head, and you got to change your perception to realize that you have a lot more right in front of you than what you thought you did. I'll get one more card to clarify that. Yeah, so the Hierophant to me is about it's like the priest, the one that it's about religions, but not only about religions, but I would always also say that the Hierophant is about marriage or some sort. So my advice to whoever this is, because I pulled it for this card, is that you need to make a decision on which relationship you really want to be in. But you need to look at, if you're already in a relationship and you're turning your back and pretending that the grass is greener on the other side, I would really suggest evaluating what makes that grass so much greener than where you're at. And the only other way that I can look at this is that if you are in a relationship that you have to make a decision about whether this is benefiting you anymore or that the other person's doing dirty, I would think about making that decision to help yourself grow. And through your connection with your higher power, God, the universe, whatever, it could be someone of a spiritual advisor, asking them what they think would be the best advice first. But, this could go two different ways, but you have a choice that you're going to have to make soon on which road you want to go down. And, sometimes the road less traveled may be scary and dark at first, but I can tell you that it's the most rewarding to get to the top of the mountain. And that's what I'm learning right now. Yes. After you make the decision and follow through with the action, and whatever suggestion from somebody that may know the whole truth about what's going on, or that you explain everything to them, you evaluate and do the pros and cons to figure out where it's at. The sun is going to come out and illuminate everything for you later in the future, because this is for the future. And it's going to help you understand that maybe realizing that everything happens for a season and everything happens for a reason. But the world turns and the sun always comes out tomorrow. The sun will shine tomorrow, tomorrow. I don't know why I got that song, but put a little sunshine in your life. We were talking about that yesterday. And it will be, you take off the mask, take off the blindfold that you are just willingly having on there with your thoughts. Get some advice from somebody who may have more experience to deal with this for you, so that you can evaluate the situation, whether you're in a part where you're having to make a choice on, do I stay here with this relationship or do I keep going? Do I release whatever fears that I have and that I'm telling myself that aren't true? Because things are going to look up, and the sun is always the most positive card that they say. I like how sunshiny it is today, and it's perfect. And it goes well with shining the light on the Seven of Pentacles, where, can you see that? Where it just looks like it's just shining on it. And that everything's going to come to fruition and everything will work out. It's just amazing. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much. You have a good day. If you want to get a hold of me for a personal reading, you can go through my Facebook. It's Sunchild Louise. And try to book a personal reading. Otherwise, get a hold of me on this channel, message me, and we'll link up through email and go about that route. Thank you so much, everybody. And I just want you to know that I just pulled the Chariot also. I just pulled that out. Challenges, challenges, challenges. But in the end, the Chariot will help you know that you will get victory. Look at that queen. She's sitting on top of her throne. Yep. There's the sun. So, it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. Do some inner work with yourself. Figure out what you need to release from your fears and pull up those false truths. Go deep inside there and look at it and then release it to the universe with love and light. If you need help with that, go ahead and get a hold of me too. I'm pretty sure I could try to help you out with it. I love everybody. Thank you so much.